Folks, the DRP to Department of Defense employees, civilian employees, has been offered again. And they're giving you a window of April 7th to 14th. So you got this window where you can reply and you can get the deferred resignation and or VERA, either one or both. So what does that mean? It means that, again, I feel like we've been saying this so much, but at age 50, with only 20 years of service, you can have an unreduced pension. That means no penalty. You qualify to go out. Or, don't forget, 25 years at any age. So you could, I always say 48 with 25 years of service, and you can go out on an unreduced pension. Now, that bridge payment, that supplemental retirement payment, the SRS we call it, that won't be available to you until what age? That's right, your minimum retirement age. Let's call it 57, okay? Just, we know for sure by 57, you're going to start that supplemental payment to the FERS. But keep in mind something that's really, really tough on you is that there won't be any cost of living adjustment. No increase, nor that supplemental payment at 56 to 57. Until what age? You got it. Again, it's at 62. That's when you'll start to receive COLAs, cost of living inside of your federal pension. And then your bridge payment, your supplemental FERS payment, that will abruptly stop at 62. So it's available again for Department of Defense employees. But again, my caution is to you is that inflation could be a very dangerous thing. So you're going to need a plan. I want to give you guys something really important too. It's from that email that you receive for Department of Defense civilian employees. If they're going to exempt you, read paragraph 2. Exemptions to DRP should be rare. PSAs and DoD component heads are authorized to exempt mission critical positions prior to offering the DoD DRP and VERA, and to disapprove employee requests to participate, subject to the following. The secretaries of the military departments must obtain the concurrence of the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff prior to exempting employees. What does that say? Blah, blah, blah. It's going to be hard to exempt you from taking the DRP, the deferred resignation. The directors of the defense agencies and DoD must obtain the concurrence of the controlling PSA prior to exempting employees. Again, there's another hurdle to exempting you. And finally, PSAs and DoD component heads will ensure that all eligible employees in their organizations are notified of the availability of this deferred resignation program and VERA to DoD, and are provided a means to elect to participate. So that third point is everybody should be informed you can go out on this DRP. Now, why do we say DRP and VERA? We say it because maybe you're too young, so you can get paid till September 30th. Oh, by the way, they are not going to extend to December 31st. It says you absolutely are gone September 30th. Okay? So you're gone September 30th, but maybe you are age 50 with 20 years of service by the end of September 30th. Or maybe you have 25 years by the end of September 30th at any age. Then you're going to qualify for your pension. Okay? This is awesome news. If you didn't take it the first run, now you can. So this is super cool because I know we've had so many conversations, hundreds, and a lot of you said, I just don't trust it. Now you realize it was a thing. It was a real offer. So now you, again, will be allowed to go away on administrative leave and not work and get paid through September 30th and also qualify if you're old enough and you have enough years for an unreduced, unpenalized pension. Awesome news. But don't forget, You may not be able to last through your retirement because your money just won't be as much as you thought it was. You're 55 now, but when you're 75, that money may not spend the way you thought it did. It's like when I found 20 bucks in my pocket. I tell this story all the time. In high school, I was a senior in high school. 20 bucks was massive. I filled my car up with gas, a Buick Skylark V8. I mean, 1970 Buick Skylark. In 1985, it sucked up the gas. And still, 17 bucks, filled up the whole tank. Went to King's Family Restaurant in Pittsburgh, got a burger, fries, Coke, was able to tip the waitress. All for 20 bucks. That's inflation. Keep that in mind. The purchasing power of your money, it loses value, and COLAs are real important. And you can't hit your TSP until you're 59 and a half, unless you're 55 when you go out. If you're 55 by September 30th, then you can touch your TSP with no penalty. Otherwise, you're going to have that 10% penalty constantly looming over you. And it would be a really good idea to leave that money to season and grow until you really need it when you're really retired. So you might have to get a part-time job, and you might want to deal with inflation. How are you going to do that? You need a plan. Your first step is to reach out to a professional to get a plan. You're going to need that. Again, part-time work really will help you. So if you need help from us, just text us your name and your email, your full name, first and last name, and your email to 949-359-5100. Again, 359-5100. We're here to help you. We do it every day, and we're wanting to back you up so you got peace of mind and clarity so you can walk into retirement, even if it's partial retirement, with all the peace of mind you got, knowing you've done everything you could to bring yourself success. We'll talk soon.